this is Sky's IS200. Anybody who's watched my videos for long enough will know Sky's helped me with various things over the years, and truck and advice and all, it doesn't matter. But the point is, we're going to put that Supercharge kit on this car today in, what, 4 hours maybe?
Yeah, about 4 hours.
Something like that. Less than a day. So this will be supercharged by the end of the day. This is a rank, or 90% of a rank 1 performance kit. So what do you reckon it'll make? A couple of hundred?
Yeah, about 220.
220? 220. So it'll work for a drift car. You don't really need more than 200-ish for a drift car, so that's dead easy. But this will be easier than a turbo kit because we don't have to faff about with an exhaust. But that is basically everything we need. And then we put it all in there. There's not really much more to say about this, to be honest. We've got to faff about with a few fuel returns and other little bits underneath, but for the bulk of it, intercooler pipe work, supercharger bracket, slap a belt on it, and you're pretty much good to go. I assume this is all going to run off the standard ECU as well, so it's not, you don't even have to faff about with standalone ECUs or AFR gauges or any of that stuff. So I'm going to check the time. It's on my phone, which I'm holding, 10:52. So we're going to crack on, we're going to get started, and then we'll check in at the end and see what the time is and see actually how long this has taken. We are about 50 minutes in, but I thought I'd give you a quick update of where we're up to, just sort of, because there's not much to this, and it's not going to take that long. So Sky's at the back doing fuel, because the IS200 doesn't have a return fuel line, so we've got to run one of those. We've got to put a fuel cut defender in and a fuel cut regulator, which is really simple. That's going to sit somewhere around here on the fuel box and come off the end of the fuel rail there and then back underneath the car. So that's one of the harder jobs for today. I've got the old airbox off. We are changing the throttle body. I've just checked the time-lapse camera. We've been recording for 48 minutes. And I would say we're about halfway there based on everything that we've got left to do and what we've done so far. Sky's now jacking the car up to run the fuel line underneath, which can then be brought up to the fuel regulator and the fuel cut and everything. I'm going to get the supercharger in. We've got to faff about with a pulley, which I think sits on the water pump. So that'll be a little bit of a challenge. I think that'll be more one of the more challenging things. But overall, I think we're about halfway there, and we're going to be supercharging before lunch, I think, at this rate. So yeah, back to the time lapse. Okay, we are now 1:10, so we've been at this 2 hours 20-ish, give or take. Hot side is now all done. You can see the supercharger's in place. All the intercooler piping is all done. We've got the intake down here. We've just got to do a little vacuum line here, which is this one to this one. And I think we've got a replacement line for that. We've done spark plugs, that's all been done. As you can see, oops. As you can see, this intercooler pipe's done. This is not the best. We think this pipe here is too long because we had a bit of a nightmare getting it fitted in there. It fouls on a whole bunch of stuff, so I think Sky's going to change that pipe at some point, shorten it, and then we'll get rid of this sort of weirdness here. Last thing to do, fuel over here, so we're going to do injectors, bigger injectors, put that throttle body back on, and then the sort of fuel return, the last bit of the fuel return over here, whack a belt on it, and that's basically it. We're good to go. On the intercooler pipes for the other side up to the throttle body, which is just sort of a pipe in that gap down there. So. We're nearly done. I imagine an hour or two, but we're in that last stretch where we're doing all the little jobs, tidying everything up, making sure it's all fitted properly, making sure the boost pipes are all in place so they don't leak, and all the sort of last tidying up jobs which take the longest. So hour or two, I reckon, and we're good to go. But you will hear it fire up at the end of this video. That's the guarantee. Yeah, it's building pressure.
You got fuel now?
Yeah, it's building pressure now.
Right, you ready?
Yep. So we're 3:30, so that's what, 4.5 hours?
Yeah, sort of.
Give or take. And it now runs. It was making supercharger noises, which is great. So that means to me it's making boost. We got enough fuel pressure, so it ran. The problem we've got is we're leaking fuel. So somewhere at the back here, I don't know whether I'll be able to see it. Let me just climb underneath. Yeah, you can see a pool there. So it's leaking fuel from somewhere. We've got to work out where, but I didn't see any other issues. No. We do need to top up coolant because we lost a bit of coolant when we changed the throttle body. But other than that, it's working, it ran. So yeah, we're going to button that up and then we can put the bumper back on, check that fits, and I'll take it for a test drive. We just want supercharger noises.
You tell me I need to put that boost down, aren't you?
PSI, it wasn't a lot.
Pedal is stiff as shit.
Yeah.
I think the bypass bracket is hitting.
Yeah, we'll have to check it.
Well, it makes noises.
It does make noises, but not a lot, which makes me think it's not making a lot of boost.
So it should only make about £7 or £8,
Yeah.
and that's foot down. So.
But it wasn't from here. It didn't look like it was going above 5. So
No, it wasn't.
Let's have a quick look, and then hopefully we'll get it going. Okay, so we've adjusted that pedal now. There was quite a fair bit of slack in it. So let's see how it goes now. The thing is, it's definitely making boost. That's more like it.
Yeah.
That was about 6, I think.
It's only meant to make 0.5 a bar, which is 6.5.
Yeah, that went over 5. Looks to be about 6. Now we move.
I have lost.
You got no throttle at all. Ah.
Got no engine.
Oh. Let's press that. Okay, this is not how test drives should go.
No, it's just put it up here a minute.
I wonder if we've done something with the throttle cable or something. Okay, don't overdo it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. We turned it off, pulled up. Well, you didn't turn it off. It died. We pulled over. I was like, let me see if we've got fuel pressure, and it just fired back up again. So, right, everybody may as well listen to this, because now it's warm, I can, makes all the right noises now, that way around. So, all done, there we go. I can't quite hold this far enough away. So, all done, test drive, all complete. I think it's going to be okay. I think it just needs, the ECU just needs to self-learn, because this is it's the stock ECU. We're just self-learning, so I think that's all that needs. Not get run over by a van. I think you're just going to have to drive it around and see how it goes. It makes all the right noises. It makes all the boost it should. It's not overheating. There's no fuel leaks anymore, so I think you're okay. Try not to get run over because we're on the road a little bit. But start to finish, so it's 5:30 now, so we've been at this 5.5 hours, including sorting that injector leaking. So yeah, 5.5 hours supercharged car, dead easy. So yeah, buy one of these and supercharge it. Right, I'll see you in the next video.